The Saints, with the wind in the first term, kicked 4 goals 3 to 1-2 to lead by 19 points at the first change. Early in the second quarter, we join our commentary team of Dick Mason, Jeff Leake and John Nichols.
Micken doing the bulk of the ruck work. Mark Koo now with the football, swings it outside, and the Saints out of trouble once again through Grant. Over the back, the Saints running through Burns now. Through half forward, up towards the pocket. St Kilda have the people there. Bradley Gotch, 50 metres out, decides to draw a defender. Well shepherded, short pass, Winmar! Winmar within range. Man on the mark standing 20 metres out, almost directly in front. Nicky Winmar a chance for his second goal. Yes, a goal. And the Saints extend their lead. They're 4 goals in front. Winmar's second goal, and St Kilda did play that one cleverly up the far wing.
Yes, it's their first real attitude of running possession football, and they into the breeze. They may even play better than they did with the breeze, but Gotch finished it off with a nice little pass. Burns from the wing to Gotch to Winmar, and a great goal into the wind for St Kilda.
Important goal for the Saints. They lead by 24 points into the breeze. That's Williams working hard. Here comes McConville. Didn't need to grab it. Grant playing on the half back line in this quarter. Was half forward first. Hardy tackled high. The advantage rule played. Will play on. Oh, strong tackle by Williams on Nixon then. Rule of push, I think, so Nixon takes the free at half back. Out in the wing position. Can Sheldon mark interference anyway against Bernie Harris? Another rover, and Ken Sheldon, one of the many Blues playing at Moorabbin, former Blues rather, kicks the ball down towards Gorkamilas. Another bloke. And over to another bloke. Marku. Nixon. No, it's not. It's Owen. Oh, the bend on it. Came around enormously at the final thrust of the kick, but it's only a behind.
Yes, I'm sure Darrel Baldock must have been telling the Saints at half-time to keep control of the ball and run the ball into the wind. And the last 2 passages of play, if they can keep that up, they may stay still in front at half-time.
Roberts, the full-back, sends towards Mick, and the ball punched away from him down to Williams. The kick smothered. Saints in numbers there. Gorkamilas. A little swish at the ball, could have been anything there. And the Bears come away again as it's kicked out wide, and eventually across the line by Banfield, and the Bears are in attack. Number 9, McCarthy in ruck for them. Side bottom from behind, gets the tap. Down to ground, good capture. A little high, the tackle, and the free kick goes to Richardson. Number 8 for the Bears. Mike Richardson. Towards half forward, the lead. Edmund is too late, and the mark taken by the Saints, and they're running again. McConville gives them possession. Out to Cunningham on the wing, and the Saints going the wide open spaces of the Moorabbin Oval again. Up forward towards Burns. Burns cuffs his opponent over the ear, but O'Brien has taken the mark. He in turn up towards the flying Winmar. Can't gain possession, and the Bears out of trouble again. Richardson about to be tackled. Backdoors one opponent, backdoors another one. Gives it to Micken, knocks it further, but to no avail. The Saints go forward again, only to see them turned out once more. And O'Brien has the football at half-back and sees plenty of Bears in the wide open spaces of Moorabbin, and nobody within a bull's roar out there. Inboard again. Campbell about to shoot towards goal. Campbell goes long into the 10-metre square. Saviour of the Saints is Frawley, the fullback. Jeff Leake.
Well, his opponent there in the Bears, Neil Hine, didn't look too slick. Frawley had him out pointed before the ball came anywhere near them. Here's McCarthy who's taken that mark. Now, he'd be the veteran as far as age is concerned in the Bears side. And a great competitor with a lot of finals experience. Mike McCarthy, former Hawk. And the kick, plenty of power on it, but it's way off direction. Didn't really think about that, and he's played many games and good ones at full forward and around that area. Out on the full, the Saints to take the kick. It's McConville.
Peter McConville decides on the hand pass. The umpire blows the whistle and says, you can't do that there, Ian. And so we'll see chapter 2 of the Peter McConville put it into play story. Big pack, a little pushing in the pack there by Micken, goes unnoticed and unpenalised. Mark Williams, the ball was out. The boundary umpire caught up with him, and it's out on the full this time.
Well, certainly to St Kilda's advantage if they can bottle the play up over in their defensive flank. They've got 4 goals lead, and certainly all quarter they'll be trying to keep control of the ball over in that area.
8.5 minutes gone. Micken gets the fist of the ball. Corcomelis held without the football. Phillips in there. Corcomelis again. Phillips tries to burst his way through. Whistle there. Held to him. They'll bounce it. 8 minutes 50 gone. Second term. St Kilda leading 34-9, Jeff Leake.
25 points for the Saints, which is a very useful one, and they're holding up well. They're outplaying the Bears on their own ground. There's a loop over the back. McConville playing shoulder to shoulder with Edmund, punches the ball with a left fist, out of play. Another throw in here. The Bears forward pocket virtually. High number 15 for the Bears, got the tap away. Sheldon for the Saints scouts well, but kicks it to 2 Bears, and all they have to do is to talk, and it's taken by Mark Micken, their skipper, who's playing well in the middle of the ground. Philip Walsh. Michael Richardson. Now this will test him. A 50-metre kick. You see the man on the mark. Now Richardson, not really the favoured side of the ground to kick. You can see the wind holding that one. It's not far off though for distance. Smart Hardy ran into the full tackle there of Branch, and it's holding the ball. But Hardy had to go for that one. He couldn't do anything else.
Hoisted on his own petard. Back into play again. Once more, Brenton Phillips emerging with the football. Sends it forward. Chance there for Hine. Hardy in the van. Frawley close to the line. Swings it back in, but McCarthy is there to mark and will shoot at goal. This is the more favoured side of the ground. Mike McCarthy, formerly with Hawthorn. A couple of koalas warming up there on the sideline. McCarthy, this is a better kick at goal, but still not good enough. So nearly 11 minutes gone, and St Kilda 5-4-34 lead the Bears, who've just struggled into double figures. McConville kicks in. Anybody's ball. McCarthy fakes the hand pass, gives it to Banfield. Banfield fires at goal, and he's offline as well. So the Bears now also wasting opportunities, as did the Saints in the first quarter. 1-5 plays 5-4. McConville again, Jeff Leake. This time the other side.
It's a better kick. Side bottom. Micken on the best side of it. David Grant got the hand to it, taken away from him. That's Nixon pushing the back. A little of attention there from Hardy, who's playing a close game, and I don't think he's very far away from his best form, John Nichols.
Yes, he doesn't look totally fit, but he needs a bit of confidence. He's had a lot of adversity, and I'm sure that a few kicks and good games will bring him back very quickly.
Heinenruck tries to get down. Almost marked between his knees there. Is that Bernie Harris? Yes, it is. Now he's within scoring range here, the little rover. Goes back and just goes across the 50-metre line. So he'll be firing at goal from about 45 metres out. Almost straight in front. He's bent it round, and that is a goal. So a long-awaited goal for the Bears. Their second only, and they still trail by 17 points after 12.5 minutes in the second term.
And when you consider that it took them 25 minutes of the first quarter to kick their first goal, their effort hasn't been too good. 17-34. The Saints to double the score. And Sheldon kicks it forward again. Here's Winmar's kicked a couple. He's been a good play. It's exciting. Against the breeze. A nice kick. Lovely kick to low. Right off. Just on that. Oh, he played on the Burns. He didn't have to. I don't know why, but it came off. And the Saints...
It looked good.
Yes.
It looked good, but it was very risky. Very exciting play by Nicky Winmar. He's shown glimpses of brilliance, and that was magnificent and resulted in St Kilda's 6th goal. The 2nd goal against the wind, which is certainly one more than what the Bears did, and the way they're going halfway through the quarter, if they can just hold on and bring the ball by just possession football into the scoring line, they could be in a good position at half-time.
40 plays 17, the Bears trailing still, but with the use of the breeze. Saints coming away again. Winmar the target once more. Knocked away from him, and the chance for the Bears to gain possession. But Cameron there Campbell just a little slow. Maybe on purpose he was slow. And the ball's out for throw-in. Directly into the sun, the ruckman looking. Micken for the Bears. Good hand pass gives Sheldon possession. Sheldon fires a goal like a typical rover, and it bounces out on the opposite side of the sticks.
I think there was lack of talking there, because Sheldon obviously didn't realise he had as much clearance as he did. He could have steadied, run a few more yards, and possibly even scored.
Now throw in again. Anybody's possession in ruck. It comes off an unintended boot, and the Bears break away again through Campbell. His kick bounces wide of side bottom. Possession there to Phillips. For the Bears, swings it back in. Elphinston in control there. As the ball hits the ground, Elphinston gets it. Generally does. Oops, a high tackle there. And the Saints are running again. Coughlin sends the Saints towards half forward. A bad kick, and it finishes up with Micken, the captain of the Koalas. Captain Koalas.
Off to Waterson. And Micken playing a very heady game. Playing around the centre of the ground. And the ball was there most of the time anyway. Brenton Phillips, well, he backed himself as he kicks it to Reynolds in the centre. And then he goes back to Bernie Harris. Oh, Winmar came from nowhere. Whoops, Matthew Campbell looked dreadfully slow. Bernie Harris, the rover, helped him out. Hardy. Oh, great spin out of trouble from Hardy and screwed over his shoulder. Could have been a goal, but missed by about 10 metres. But it's a behind. That's his 3rd.
Number 26 on the ground for the Saints. Kane Taylor. And the Saints in position out on the wing. And number 35 is Grant. Towards half forward. Off the hands of the pack. Players diving in all over the football on the ground. And the umpire finally blows the whistle for a bounce. 16.5 minutes gone. And a double hit fist. The Bears going into attack through McCarthy. Swings it over McConville's head. Tapped away dangerously there, Williams. Saints out of trouble again in numbers in defence. Frawley out there. And a good pass finds Marcoux out on the vacant wing. Marcoux to a fellow Greek in Koukamilis. Back to the Golden Greek, Marcoux. And there's Jeff Cunningham. Cunningham swings it inboard. A little dodge me if you can. Burns up forward. Oh, and just in the nick of time, a mark pulled down by Roberts, the fullback for the Bears.
And he played on. Down to O'Brien. And they've gained nothing in distance at all, but O'Brien's kick's a good one. Oh, Harris waiting for the crunch in the back. He just stood, copped and propped. Or propped and copped. Not a free kick. Upwardson's good. Looks as though he got an injury, a bit of a shuffle here. Good play, side bottom. Micken, the side bottom. Yeah, the ruckman doing well. Here's Jeff Cunningham, half forward. Not a good kick. A little bit of shepherding going on there. Winmar looks good. He's good. What a goal! What a player. Oh, 3 goals to mark Nicky Winmar. And he's the star of the match. He's a junior version of Trevor Barker. And he looks as though he's a Brisbane Bear. Got a beautiful golden colour about him with socks down. But look at this. And he's curled this one around, but the way he gathered the ball, and look at that one.
Brilliant.
Exciting.
Not a great bounce. Sheldon gets possession. The Saints go forward again. The bouncing ball is awkward. Chance for the Saints again. Hand pass goes astray. Oh, that's a free kick. Not paid. Saints still in possession. O'Keefe now for the Bears. Over the head, a clever hand pass. Bears running once more. Kick out wide, looking for Richardson, but over his head and out of bounds.
St Kilda have certainly lifted their game, and I think the Bears may have thought the wind was going to do their work for them, but their endeavour has dropped right down this quarter.
Is that in the back? No. Ball up. In front of the St Kilda grandstand, that's always a ball up. 19 minutes gone. And Jeff Leake takes over.
Oh, there's a wall of players there as McCarthy just went slap bang. Very poor football at this stage. Here's Frank Ganell for the Bears, a former Queensland himself. The kick to Edmund, almost on the half volley. McConville first to his feet. Thank you to Robert Atkinson. Then on to Frank Coughlin. Then down the centre. That looks better to low. He spilled it. Let's Reynoldsson take it away from him too easily, and he threw it away virtually. The other arm was grabbed. Owen for the Saints. Cunningham for the Saints. The Saints having a good quarter. Little Bradley Gotch goes back for a kick. Can he Lockett yet to kick a goal? No doubt he will. Lockett, can he get this one? No. Up in the sky. Ted Fitch. A long clearing kick out to the wing to Walsh. Cunningham. Oh, clever mark. Out-pointed Walsh. Cunningham then. And it's Philip Walsh on the outer wing.
Just waiting to gain possession of the ball. 20.5 minutes gone, second term. The Saints lead 46-18 against the Breeze, and the play will be stopped as the ball's brought back again. 4 goals 2 at quarter time to 1 goal 2. So the Saints have added 3 and the Bears have added 1. Into the centre of the ground this time. High flyers needed. Bears coming down with the football. Brenton Phillips kicks to the lead by Edmund. Good hands, Jim Edmund. He's been paid. Conville stands the mark. Edmund, the most experienced player with both Footscray and the Sydney Swans. About to fire at goal. Couldn't get the distance from this part before, but he has found the distance this time, but not the accuracy. So the Bears now squandering opportunities as they go forward. 2 goals 7 is not good enough and is certainly not winning football.
46-19 and the Saints in a handy lead. 3 goals this quarter against this fairly stiff Breeze, but McCarthy showing a lot more of experience, and his height is marked easily. Into O'Keefe. Again, they've gained absolutely nothing in distance. In fact, they've lost because McCarthy's kick came back into the centre of the ground, and O'Keefe's kick looking for Edmund. Oh, well and truly over his shoulder. Side bottom kept him under the ball, and there will be a throw-in in the Bears' forward pocket.
It's obviously the quarter that they have to try and score from, but they haven't been doing it very well at this stage.
Boundary throw in. Down to ground, Richardson. Snap on goal by Richardson out on the full. Missing comprehensively in the right forward pocket. 26 about to put the ball back into play is Taylor. His kick to Marku. Nixon couldn't get there, number 19, and it's off hands for a throw-in. 22.5 minutes gone. 27-point lead to the Saints. McCarthy in ruck, but side bottom's hand there. Scooped by Banfield and a quick kick. McConville. Oh, good mark, Peter McConville. Third grab. Now he plays on across the face of goal, and he's allowed to do so. He kicks out wide, the lead given by Elphinston, but it's not a good kick by McConville, and it goes across the line. As they say in the northern states, into touch. 23 minutes gone. Oh, a bit of a backhander there, goes unpenalised. Elphinston again. And the boundary umpire says it was touched off the boot, and he'll throw it in, Jeff.
Gee, I just can't get over the fact of undisciplined football by both teams out there. Everywhere you look, there's 20 players, as there is now. Nixon gets it, makes it very hard to get the ball and clear it, and they're just hunting in packs of 20 all over the field, and both teams, I would believe, are to blame. John, I don't know how you find it, but...
Yeah, certainly the wind creates fumbling and poor kicking, but not as much as what is happening today.
Waterson's kick lands in the arms of the Saints' Coughlin, and he looks for David Grant. He fumbled and lost it. And Ken Sheldon got a grubber kick in there, but the free going the Bears' way to be taken by young Stephen Williams. It's Mark Williams' younger brother, and aren't they lookalikes? He's from the centre of the ground. Ooh, a bit of punch in that kick.
It'll go through.
It's a score, Richard, you're right. I think Frawley would have put a foot on the gas and it looked like a goal, but you could see the point coming up.
26 lead by the Saints, point lead by the Saints. Frawley, the aforementioned man, to Nixon, and the Saints running around that outer wing. Good possession, good football. Gotch, high hand pass inside, has mucked it up. Elphinston tries to get it back, and it goes out. The hospital hand pass.
Yes, they were trying to do the right thing by running possession football, and with 5 or 6 minutes almost into time on, St Kilda have just got to hang on and keep possession of the ball over that defensive flank, and they can still keep their 3 or 4 goal lead at half time.
They're playing touch ball at the moment. Waterson is the man with the ball, number 17. He kicks to where it comes off Elphinston's boot, but oh, clever repossession by Elphinston into the centre. Not a good pick-up by Coughlin, but he gets it further afield. Elphinston in turn. That's Corcomelis. Pushed off his kick, but it comes further afield. Good shepherding. The Saints go into the pocket. And the mark taken by the big fellow in Lockett. Plays on. Goal to St Kilda. St Kilda is giving the Bears a football lesson how to play into the breeze.
That's right, just keeping possession, keeping the ball low, long handballs, but actually running with the ball. And Tony Lockett kicked his first goal. He received a nice pass, and he had enough confidence on his left foot to break clear, kick low into the breeze, and another very valuable goal.
And the Saints lead by 5 goals too. Just to tick into the extra time period as Waterson, or Richardson rather, puts the Bears into attack. Well, here go the Saints again. Looking good. They know it now. Oh, Frawley hacked his way through the pack. Bears trying to show something. Here's Matthew Campbell. Oh, Brenton Phillips caught. Gets away with it okay. Richardson. Down to McCarthy, who turned his back. Edmund at the back. Elphinston didn't change his mind, and Banfield's kick goal is a goal, and he's booed for it. Now, it must be very disheartening for the poor old Bears to come to everything they do that looks good and is good. Goes without hardly a murmur, apart from a boo.
You don't expect the St Kilda fans to cheer him, do you? Here it is from a different angle. Banfield getting the ball on his trusty left boot. And right through the centre. So the Bears' third goal, they're 3-8. It's wasteful football. They were 1-2 at quarter time. Out of ground once again. Saints going forward. This time it's Nixon. Chance here for Burns. Bumps off one. Comes back to another. Chases up. Burns. Not quite. Reynoldsson paddles it over. And out of bounds it goes. And the applause for Greg Burns.
Yes, certainly one of their favourite sons, Greg Burns. The St Kilda supporters love him.
In ruck, Micken, behind Lowe taps it down. Saints have possession again. Towards the big fellow, Lockett, off hands, Lockett again, Hand pass was on there. Shot on goal by the Saints. Not successful by Owen. Unfortunately for him, because there was nobody in front of him. 8-5 to 3-8. St Kilda doing it quite easily at home against the Bears. Nearly 3 minutes of time on play.
And the big fellow Mark Roberts to kick the ball back into play. Oh, it's a shocker.
He's over the line.
Yep. Yeah, the umpire going up to a dismayed Mark Roberts. Of course, the thing is now the umpire bounced.
On the point of the square, or actually it's not a square, they are called correctly the kick-off lines.
Now watch this. A chance for the Saints if they're quick enough. Micken had a good position. Tap back by the Saints. Greg Burns bulldozes his way through. Trunches a Bear player. And down he goes. It's young Williams. Stephen Williams. Handballs it to a man in better position as he thought from the back there. That's what you get for being in front. Good play. Low. Whoops. Taylor, yep, out to the half-forward flank, and Greg Burns scanning. He's going to have a shot. No, he's not. It's a low one. Oh, and gobbled up by young Williams.
Steve Williams, younger brother of number 2, Mark Williams, kicks into the centre of the ground. Fine mark there by Phillips, number 11. Gives it to Mark Williams, the aforementioned. He out to the half-forward flank. The leading Edmund bounces off his back. Sheldon, roly-poly. Chance now for Cunningham, gains possession and outspeeds his opponent, kicks it over the line on the full. Free kick for the Bears. .29 and a half minutes gone. Maybe the last chance for the Bears to score. Cunningham, Sidebottom should have taken that mark. No excuse for that. Sheldon breaks away, but the umpire's whistle had already gone. And there's the siren for half-time. Motion now. And to give you the first 90 seconds or so, here's Jeff Lee.
And the Saints kicking with the breeze in this third term. Well, it seems as though it's not quite as strong as it was in the earlier 2 quarters.
Brent Hardy playing a loose man in defence.
That's interesting. They certainly use him, don't they? Maybe they're trying to run him into a bit of condition, match condition that is, and he is a bit short of top condition. The Bears into attack. To attack laterally right across the ground. Nothing great there. Number 36 with his back to the field is Mark Williams' younger brother Stephen. And the throw in, Hine, number 15, the Bears, big gangling fellow, beat Sidebottom of the Saints then. Or a strong tackle put on by Alex Marcoux then. Burns a rugged player. Here's Coughlin for the Saints. Sheldon gets a push in the back and over the shoulder and picks up the free on the centre wing.
And Sheldon about to send the Saints forward, but no leads offering. Sees one a long way down the ground and kicks towards the lead to honour the lead. Lockett flies from behind, bursts the pack wide open, and the mark taken by Lowe, and it's a 15-metre penalty, and is it a notebook job? No, he's left the pencil in his sock. Shoot for goal, say the supporters. And Lowe lining up, hunched over the ball. He'll kick from 50 metres out. This is the scoring pocket he's shooting from. It's hooking back. It's a goal! Another one to the Saints. Second goal kicked by Lowe, and the Saints are 33 points in front.
Yes, certainly a great start to the quarter. And obviously the Bears are very worried leaving Hardy back there. And it once again proved that to shoot for goal with the protection of the grandstand with the wind behind you, it's easily the best area to attack from.
The Saints with a goal in the opening minutes of this third term. Terrific stuff for them. And this could be their first win for the season, and what a thriller it will be. Here's Mark Williams for the Bears, looking for a lead to pass it up the field. Fitch comes into Shepherd. Look, lets O'Keefe through. It's a shocking kick, but Richardson grabs it. Red hot, gives it to Fitch. Handball straight in the arms of the Saints Sidebottom. Panic stuff. Here's Elphingston. Down the centre. A long handball across there to Jeff Cunningham. It's a 60-metre kick. Can he make the distance? Tony Lockett had it, lost it. It's bounced off the fingers. It's a behind.
Yes, I think if he had have shepherded off that time, the ball would have gone through for a goal, which is bad luck for St Kilda.
60 plays 26, the Saints in front, and the Bears coming out of defence. That's a good capture, and forced a ragged hand pass. Chance now for Burns to gain possession again. Cunningham picked up by Hardy. Hardy shoots it forward, off hands from Coghlan. Chance for the Saints again. A little pressure there, gives it to McConville. Dodges out of trouble. Oh, beautifully out of trouble, Peter McConville. Towards half forward with nobody home as Big Hine pulls in the pigskin. Across to Harris with a very scrappy hand pass. Short pass to Hardy, intercepted by the Saints. They're a big chance again. Gotch gives it further afield. Little trouble there. Mark who drops it like a hot brick. Chance for the big fellow Hine paddling. Well played Hine. Gives it to Mark Williams. Williams further afield. Chance here for Banfield. Can he pick it up? No, it's not Banfield. Inside it goes to Williamson. Shot on goal coming up by hit the post. Richardson hit the post. Wrong side of the post.
It's a poor kick. Yeah, the Bears really panicking. They're not disposing of the ball at all well, and the Saints getting bigger by the minute. The kick out from goal from McConville to his former ex-Carlton teammate Alex Marcoux, having a good match. Burns from the back. Oh, he couldn't outmark his taller teammate side bottom, and away they go. Here's Nixon. Down the inside of the ground at Grant. That's Lockett. That's Grant. It was right the first time on the half-forward flank. Kicking with the breeze. It's a screwed kick, but it might go all right. No. Cut off here. It was Walsh, and he went down like a bag of fairy flush then. Philip Walsh looks very light, thrown aside, and to be balled up. St Kilda's half-forward line, and they're leading 60-27.
There's the time, nearly 5 minutes gone. Third term. Lockett underneath the ball, taps down. Chance there for Saints to go forward once again. Strong mark in defence for the Bears by Stephen Reynoldsson. Across the face of goal, given the lead out wide. Harris quickly finds teammate further afield. Roberts kicked not too good. Elphinston again. Inboard to Cunningham. Cunningham in turn to Winmar. Winmar short into the pocket, and Lockett, number 14, takes the mark. Goes on. Inside to Marcoux. Shot on goal by Marcoux. Goal for St Kilda. The Saints have opened up the biggest margin in the game. Alex Marcoux looks mightily pleased with his effort, and so he should be. But his was the culmination, the final shot from a great passage of team football by the Saints.
Yes, they're well on top at the moment. It's hard to see the Bears have panicked. They're making many mistakes. I believe playing Hardy back there is probably a mistake at this stage. They should have tried to do what St Kilda did last quarter, just get hold of the ball first, play possession and just run the ball.
And here go the Saints. Their sidearms mighty punch. It was meant for Bradley Gotch, but he's outnumbered. And the Bears need to do something quickly. Brenton Phillips. Move looked good. Bernie Harris. Back to Matthew Campbell. Up to Ted Fitch. He looks slow and he's running out of area. He's right on the boundary line and Burns right with him. He's still trying though, it's Fitch.
Looks more like Fudge than Fitch. Bounced down. Just inside 50-metre line. Saints in the way again through Coghlan. Sprints across that half-back line. Possession to Gotch. No, it's clean bowling. Stephen Williams. Richardson kicks it high. Off hands. Shot on goal by McCarthy. No. Banfield pops it up into the pocket. Richardson there. Saints. McConville holding the ball. No, says the umpire. It was held to him. Good tackle, Alex Marcoux. 7.5 minutes into the third quarter. It's 66-27. The Saints are in front of the Bears.
And the ball to be bounced in the forward pocket virtually for the Bears. Side bottom and McCarthy. McCarthy wins. Good scouting by Greg Burns. Gets a bit of a push on. Richardson running with the fight of the ball. Here's Bradley Gotch. Great balance. Strong tackle by Richardson from the behind, but it's over his shoulder. Free kick to Gotch. And the Saints are off the hook here. The little bloke
on behind the play. Sheldon boxing up with Banfield, but play goes on, Jeff.
Cunningham with a one-hander over Walsh. Good scouting by Frank Cochrane. A lollipop. Mark there to Grant. Saints looking $1 million, chock full of confidence. The kick is good. Buries it right there in the heart of Owen. And the Saints have kicked 2 goals in the opening minutes of this third quarter. They lead by 39 points at the moment. Here's Owen, taking all the time in the world. St Kilda using the breeze well in this third term. 45 metres, that's a good kick. A real confidence builder. That's his first goal, and my word, he's played quite well on that half-forward line. And so too is David Grant, number 35, one of the highlights in the St Kilda lineup. Here's Coughlin's kick from a different angle this time. Grant, strong grab. Movements going at the station. Owen, well and truly in front. Bit of teamwork you can see in St Kilda's make-up at the moment, and it's showing on the scoreboard. 72-27.
9¼ minutes, third term. Side bottom hand to the ball, but Sheldon spilled it. Bears going forward again. Fidge not in possession. It's that man, Elphinston. Feeds Marku. Marku in turn to Nixon. Saints still on the defensive side of centre. Go forward this time. Half forward. Gotch bumped aside. Mark Williams. Possession to Campbell. Campbell runs for the Bears through the centre. Kicks to half forward looking for Edmund. Vacant possession, Elphinston. McConville now for the Saints. A high floating kick. Over the top was low. Oh, how's your head? Is it still attached? They play on. The umpire's over. Beautiful roll and spin by the umpire. Handball. Handball. Finally Phillips for the Bears. Up towards full forward. Edmund lets it bounce. Turns one way. Fakes the other. Comes back. Left boot. Up towards the kick-off lines. All St Kilda on his chest mark. Who?
And off to Burns. Well, Marku's played well. Burns has played well, but didn't come on till halfway through the first term. Sheldon, nowhere to go. Bit of pressure put on in there by Peter Banfield. And the ball to be thrown in on the inside wing. The Saints, with the breeze in this quarter, have kicked 3 goals. The Bears have only managed one behind, and quick as a wink in negative play, the ball out of play again. And the ruckman, the Bears nick him, and the Saints side bottom. Side bottom almost gave it to the Bears Richardson. Here's Cogler. Short handball. O'Keefe to Fidge. McConville.
Peter McConville, ex-Carlton player, goes the flank again and finds Burns. Burns long kick this time. The fly behind by Gotch to punch the ball down. That exciting man Winmar has it again. Pushed off his kick. Kicks long, however. Almost a chance. Grant the opportunity. He's brought to ground. Lockett is there, number 14. Can't win the ball. Cunningham pushed. Chance for the Saints once again. Little reckless tackling behind the play. Finishes up with Roberts for the Bears. Possession to Phillips. Dodges out of the tackle. Not a good hand pass. But the Bears will get back into attack once again, only to be turned away by Burns. Burns. Hold on, says the umpire. You've given away the free kick. It's going the other way. Undisciplined play there by Burns. Got the mark, pushed his opponent in the head, and his opponent will get the free kick. 12 minutes gone, third term, and that is a 2-kick penalty at least. Mark Roberts, the former full-back, now at centre-half forward. A bad kick, ball holding up in the breeze. McCarthy now at full forward, punches the ball away from the Saints across the line. The throw-in. 72. Plays 27. The Saints at home and in front.
And side bottom and McCarthy this time. Oh, clever play, side bottom, coming down with Mark Williams, tries to bat his way through. Good play, Coghlan, neat handball, and takes it again from Alphonston. And pounds the ball into turf. He's running towards the centre of the ground, a great individual effort. To centre half forward, not this time. Matthew Campbell couldn't handle it too well. Tearing out of the fence is Waterson, across to Brenton Phillips, and the Bears moving the ball well on this occasion, but they've certainly held up play as Phillips goes back. Here's Waterson. Features the target, I believe. Long arm to side bottom for the Saints. Can't get it in. Young Williams. Mark Koo. Man in front is Darrel. Clever play, Darrel. He's got to beat 3 or 4 of them here. And he ran into trouble. He ran into Mark Koo. And the Saints are tackling fiercely. Even their small players, like Mark Koo.
Ball hits the turf, off the hands of Hine. Long hand pass. Possession to Grant. Grant for St Kilda. Sends the ball forward once again. Where are the big flyers? Lockett bursts the pack open. Tackle. Too high. Free kick. Steve Williams. Across the face of goal. Good kick to Richardson. Richardson's kick also accurate and gathered in for the Bears by Walsh. Walsh. Further forward, chance for Nixon for the Saints. Hand pass not too good, but picked up cleverly, almost thrown, in fact was thrown, and that one was picked up by the umpire, Mark Williams, to take the free kick. Quickly goes on with play and finds Fidge, who is put down after he's marked without penalty.
Yeah. Yes, even Greg Burns apologised for that because he didn't want to get 15 metres.
That's called in mitigation.
A very valuable shot at goal because in a lacklustre game, the Bears are playing one short, in my opinion, by the use of Brad Hardy, and Fidge hasn't helped the matter by kicking just a lacklustre kick into the pocket. Marked very easily by Frawley.
Now Danny Frawley's doing well. Very active, plays in front. The kick wasn't good. Trying to find Cunningham. Conville's been a useful player. A lot of experience, it shows out. Alphonston is his 23rd possession for the game. He's a top possession gatherer. And put it out of harm's way right on the outer wing. 72 points in Kilda. Brisbane have not scored a goal in this quarter, one behind only. They're 27. Nice little tap by side bottom. Wasn't rode very well. Coghlan almost took it off the boot. There's a good dash here by Campbell. Campbell and Nicky Winmar, and here's Brad Hardy. He balloons out towards Edmund. He's in front, however. Oh, and a strong grab. Took it right out of Edmund's grasp by. That was Frawley who took it. A beauty.
15-metre penalty. Behind the play, Mr Sheldon and his opponent Banfield having a little set to again. They are definitely not friends. Called to play on. Oh, good mark low. Right on Cowboy. Mark Koo back inside. Chance there for Burns. Spins out of one tackle. Gives Mark Koo more possession. Kicks towards the full forward area. Lockett! Tony Lockett to shoot the goal for the Saints. Coming up to the 17-minute mark. He could put this game just about out of reach. Lockett, 1 goal. Two now. And the Saints are roaring their approval as Darrel Baldock looks on, thinking this is pretty good. St Kilda 12-6, 78. Brisbane 3-9, 27. There's the fumble by Burns, but he recovers nicely. Little spin, Mark Koo, and then seeing Lockett, the big fellow, positions himself nicely, fights off the tackle, takes them up. The rest is history.
4 goals won to the Saints in this third quarter. The Bears 1 behind. And the Saints getting stronger by the minute. Hardy's idea was good, but he couldn't find young Steve Williams. The rebound kick by Bradley Goss. What a great goal. waving by the smallest player on the field, and boy is he happy. His second goal, the first one was, I think, a little better than that, but that was the mark of a champion, a little champion.
Yes, at the 18-minute mark of the third quarter, the Saints have really taken over the game. The Bears have been pathetic this quarter.
Great delight amongst the St Kilda supporters as Gotch puts St Kilda's 13th goal on the board. Bounce in the centre once again. This time it's the Bears who get the tap but lose possession. Comes back to O'Keefe. O'Keefe sends the Bears to the half-forward line where Mark Williams leads in the race to the ball. He's strongly challenged by Corcomelis and the ball goes off hands and out of bounds. Noticeable that there were 3 St Kilda tacklers to the 1 Bears man going for the ball. Thrown in again. Side bottom in front. Off hands, over the back. Chance for Hardy. Can't gain possession. Spins out of trouble. Gives possession to Harris. Harris further afield to Fidge. Shot for goal coming up by Fidge. And he's put it through. First goal to John Fidge. And the Bears desperately needed that goal. Their 4th. Hardy having trouble controlling the football, lost possession, went back in and got it, and then set up the hand pass to Harris, then to Fidge, and the easy goal to follow after Fidge tidied up.
Yes, Hardy's been put back into the forward line to try and bolster their attack.
Well, a negative ruck play. Side bottom had the run. Frank Coughlin having a wonderful third quarter, running the ball well. Gotch again. No, not this time. Winmar has kicked 3 goals. Can Lockett get this one? No, knocked out of the grasp of O'Brien. Whoops, Owen looking over his shoulder. A clean knock backwards. Here's a chance. Campbell. Donnell. Good weaving run by Frank Donnell. He's covered a good 40 metres. The handball back to Campbell. They're coming up towards the centre. A wasteful kick. Whoops. A bit of a high tackle there, I thought, on Taylor for the Saints. But the umpires awarded, or decided he'll ball it up. And the ruckman a bit slow catching up the play because it was so quick in that moment. As Hine tries to beat side bottom. The Bears Richardson. Throws it out and tackle. Holding the man. Nixon all at sea over that one.
He bounced it.
He threw the ball out in front of him.
He threw it out in front of him, but did he grab him before he threw it out?
Does he have to? That question will be answered next week. Corcomelis. The Saints go forward again. Nixon in the shadows of the grandstand. Elphinston, the man who's everywhere, kicks to half forward. Bears in front. Ball on the ground. A chance for the Bears. Hine, tallest man on the ground. Long legs, left foot. And breaking it up, McCarthy. Port. Still Port. Holding the ball. Play on. Corcomelis. Burns for St Kilda. All dressed up and nowhere to go. Gets out of trouble. Back to Elphinston. 39th possession. Kicks to the centre half forward position. Down to ground once again. It's all Bears with Richardson in control, Jeff.
And the Saints lead by 8.5 goals. And the Bears have really got to pull the plug. Brenton Phillips takes the free kick. About 60 metres out. Decides to give the handball to a running player in Richardson. He's running to the 40-metre mark and sets it up well. And he's goaled. And it's quite unbelievable as you get a negative reaction when the Bears do anything, because all the Saints fans do is boo, and there are not too many Bears supporters here. They're inaudible. Here's a set-up at this stage. Phillips was about 60 metres out. Richardson takes the extra 10 metres and he kicks from about 40 out, but it was a well-balanced shot there by the Bears Richardson. Their second goal for the third quarter.
I'm sure all the Bears supporters will remember this negative reaction on the 12th of July when they meet at Carrara, where it'll be all Bears supporters. Ball hits the turf once again. Well picked up and played by Williams, but a great tackle. Superb tackle. Bears breaking clear once more. Walsh gives possession to Harris. Harris in turn inside. Donnell decides to beat the panic. Phillips shot on goal. Another goal for the Bears. second goal by Phillips, and the Bears are starting to give just a little bit of cheek. They're not out of it yet.
Yes, St Kilda have got a bit lazy in the last 5 minutes, and they've allowed the Bears too easy a possession of the ball. They haven't chased. The last 2 or 3 times they've run into the forward line, there's been a lot of open spaces. The St Kilda players have allowed there for them. I think they're a bit cocky and a bit, just a bit lazy, and I think they've got the game won already. If they're not careful, at the 23-minute mark of the third quarter, they'll allow the Bears back into it.
3 kick goals by the Bears in Fidge, Richardson, Brenton Phillips, and the bounce to the centre again. The game doesn't seem to be quite so crowded as it was, particularly in that disastrous second quarter. The Saints now trying to do something, but the Bears seem to put a bit of pressure. There's more players standing shoulder to shoulder. The kick, Frawley and McConville have a little ruffle here, but McConville's allowed to take it. Quickly out to Corcomelis. Good positioning there by Walsh. He had the inside running on the Saints Cunningham and has taken that mark just on the boundary line on that outer wing.
And a penalty to follow. Don't forget that in the first round, St Kilda led the Geelong Cats by 41 points in the third quarter and got beaten by a point. So they can fall in a hole. Chance now for Richardson. Can he get her? Hand pass when one wasn't needed, and the ball's gone out. It'll be thrown in. And it looked for all monies there as if the Bears were going to get another one. They still could, but it'll be a little more difficult. McCarthy taps it over the back. Snapshot by Phillips. Bounces through from behind. 25 minutes gone. We'll be playing time on very shortly, and the ball comes back into play. Fine ride by Burns. Quickly on. Lockett. Steve Williams. Oh, do you think he ran into trouble? Man coming off the interchange bench. Back to Williams. He's caught. Play on. Low. Gives possession to Sheldon. He'll pick it up and shoot at goal. He does. On the ground. Chance for Winmar. Possession to the open spaces. Back to Winmar if he wanted to. Swing round shot at goal. Owen pops it through. Second goal. And that one gives the Saints just a little more breathing space. 90 plays 46, and here is again Winmar out into open space. Nicely handled by Owen. Swing round shot, held the football in the right direction, applied the boot straight through the middle.
Yes, time on, just starting a very valuable goal, and St Kilda have got to try and get another 2 or 3 goals in the next 5 minutes to finish this quarter off.
Well, John, the Saints have kicked 6 goals for the third quarter to the Bears 3. On the fingertips, it's Greg Burns. Down to the forward pocket. Oops. Owen not this time. It was a good goal he kicked a moment ago, and the ball rolls out of play in the Saints forward pocket. Tony Lockett hasn't been quite as active. He booted 5 last week. But the Bears, Mark Roberts has played him fairly closely. Roberts is quite a solid boy as well. Low, the Saints. Hine gets it. Warbled it. Owen. Oh, with his head down. Yep. Tried to charge through the barrier of 4 Bears. He's 4 Bears. 4 Bears.
The Saints careering on to a big win down at Moorabbin. Eventually ran out winners by 50 points after going in at three-quarter time, 44 in front. 21 goals, a big score, and the Bears' first loss, a crushing one. For the Saints, 5 goals to Rod Owen, and for the disappointing Bears, 2 each to Fidge, Harris and Brenton Phillips, who's been among the goals in the early part of the season. And here from the great Saint, Darrel Baldock with Dick Mason.
Well, it's Jeff Leake with the great Saint, and the Doc, it's your first win as a coach in Melbourne, and the thing's going more or less to plan.
Oh, I don't know about a plan, Jeff. We planned to win our first match and almost pulled it off, but it was very pleasing to win today. We had to win today.
So the experience that you've been getting from McConville with a great game today, and Marku, and I suppose Sheldon and Corcomelis to a lesser extent,
yep.
Is this what you're looking for to lift this side of yours?
Oh, there's no doubt about that. The experience that those players carry with them is you just cannot buy, and there's no doubt that they're proving enormous value for us, and what they're able to enthusiasm they can inject into our younger players who we need so much more experience that it's very good.
And your young captain, Danny Frawley, today?
Danny played a great game again today, yes.
And Alfredson, as usual, another good game?
Well, yes, Robert is a very good player. We lost him, unfortunately, at Brisbane when we played the Bears up there 3 weeks ago. And this is his first game back, and he played very well up there, and he carried it out today again.
Getting to the other side of the ground, Doc, the forward line, 21 goals is not a bad effort for any side, is it, today? And you had young Rodney Owen with 5 goals and plenty of others contributing as well. That must give you a lot of encouragement to know that your players can kick goals, and that's more than Tony Lockett, for instance, who was down with Kelly today.
Yeah, right. Tony's had a lot of pressure on him, and what we've got with Stewie Lowy and, as you say, Rod Owens, all young players who have got a big future, and if we can give them the ball properly, I think they can kick the goals for us.
Things have changed a bit, have they? Attitude and atmosphere right through the club this year?
I hope so. I think that's why it was so important for us to win today, because, you know, I think we were disappointed to lose, even though I think our supporters were very happy with our first day performance. It was a bit disappointing last week, and today was a real must day, because I think the morale of the players and the morale of the supporters would have been rock bottom had we not got up today.
You certainly got a grand final ovation when you came off the ground after the match today. They're a very loyal mob.
It's unbelievable, Jeff. I don't think there's any supporters like St Kilda, because over the years, hundreds of years I suppose, their history hasn't all been good. I've been fortunate I was here during a golden period, and it'd be lovely if we could have another period like that.
Well, we'd love to see you or someone like you back playing with the Saints, Darrel. You've got Melbourne next week. We wish you all the very best for that and the rest of the season. It's great to know that you've had your first win here in Melbourne.
Thanks very much, Jeff. Very pleased.
Great to see the